Hi there, and welcome to A&R Tech Review. Today we are going to be unboxing the Xbox One S. This is their 2 terabyte Day 1 edition version, and we're going to take a look at what comes in the box. We're also going to compare it to the original Xbox One. The one we're going to be comparing it to a little bit later will be the Xbox One Elite, which has their 1 terabyte hybrid SSD hard drive inside of it. And so let's go ahead and get started. We can't do anything without our trusty unboxing knife. A little bit overkill, but hey, it works. So let's go ahead and see what we got. Whenever you unbox, always make sure to put it back in the safety holder or put the blade away when it comes. All right, let's take a look and see what we got here. So the first thing that we see is we get this thing. Let's open it up. Oh, just a little step-by-step instructions on what to do. Who cares about that? Don't need it. All right. Next thing. All right. Well, of course, 14-day free trial with the Xbox One Elite controller. Little how-to instruction booklet, probably just including the warranty information and all that fun stuff. Here's the coolest part, depending on the person. So with that said, you've got a vertical stand that you can use now. Me personally, not a big fan of the vertical stands. To me, I was brought up old school. A CD-ROM or a DVD-ROM type of media, they are not made to be vertical up and down. My opinion, if you put this on, you are asking for nothing but trouble. That's kind of my opinion on that. So, with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the rest here. All right, so here's the next box that we got. Let's take a peek in here. All right, now a lot of you will remember this way back when the original Xbox came out, like a little over a decade ago. The original Xbox was the first console that Xbox ever created, or I should say Microsoft ever created. Key feature, and this I've noticed a lot of people have actually spoke on saying that this is the first console to not have a power brick. Well, not true. From the Xbox 360 to the Slim to the E, all their remakes of the Xbox 360 all had that annoying power brick. Obviously, so did the Xbox One, as you can see right here. Now, with that said, this one is taking it back to the original Xbox. There is your power brick. This little power cord. They managed to put that back in there. Inside the actual unit, no power brick whatsoever on this system. I'm kind of excited to see what the Scorpio is going to bring to that. I'm hoping that they don't go backwards, and because the console itself is going to be so much more powerful that they actually have to physically make it outside again. I'm going to be a little disappointed with that. So, all right. Of course, we've got our trusty HDMI cable. Couldn't do anything with this whatsoever without this guy. Now, here comes the nice part. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Didn't realize that my camera cut out after 5 minutes. So we got to go through some stuff that I left off on here. And so I was originally talking about the textured grip. The textured grip on this thing it feels just like the Xbox Elite controller. However, the biggest difference is this is still a plastic textured grip versus the Elite controller has a actual rubberized textured grip. My big features that they did on this though in the redesign was increase the range of how far away you can be from the actual unit. They also added in Bluetooth for this guy. This is absolutely fantastic on the Bluetooth because now I can take it downstairs and hook it up to my actual Windows 10 PC, and I can use it on my Windows 10 computer without having to buy the extra adapter for the Xbox One controllers or hook it up via micro USB. So there is that right there. Like I said, guys, I am really sorry. I had already unboxed this and didn't realize my camera had stopped recording. So without further ado, here is the Xbox One. As you can see here in the front, it's got the IR blaster, and then it's got the sync button right there to allow you to sync up. One big feature that they did was they finally put the USB port right here in front instead of on the side. So this unit itself, like I said, has the 2 terabyte hard drive inside. Now, I did tell you that you guys are able to physically stand this unit up. My recommendation, I would not do it, but if you want to, there's a couple little clips right here. You can actually physically do this relatively easy. You're just going to slide this on, and it's going to snap right into place, and there you have it. It is standing up on its side and good to go. Like I said, I do not recommend this one bit at all, because doing this, you're just asking for your discs to physically get scratched up and have laser etches burnt into them. It's going to be terrible. This guy physically should just slide right back up. The hard part is trying to get it. There you go. I will not be using that. Now, with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at the old one and take a look at this new one here. So here is the old Xbox. Here is the new one. There is definitely a considerable amount in size difference from right there and right about here. So Microsoft says it's 40% smaller. However, that is a question to be reckoned with. I would like to know what they consider 40% smaller. To me, that does not look 40% smaller, but it definitely is smaller, and I am liking the way it looks. So let's start with, here's your power hookup on the old one, power hookup right there. They still kept 2 HDMI inputs, one out to your TV, one for your high definition cable box to go into. They've still got your USB 1 and 2. They've still got your IR out, your surround sound fiber optic cable, and your Ethernet port. The one thing that you should notice here versus here is they got rid of the Connect port. That is another reason why I think the Connect is going to start being phased out. Now, with that said, you guys can specifically set up an order, and Microsoft will give you an external hookup for those of you who want to keep the Connect. The downside is you're going to eat up one of the USB ports, and you will go back to having some type of external power supply to make the Connect work. So that is up to you if any of you want to get it. Last I knew, Microsoft was going to send those out for free. I don't know if that's the case. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if it's changed or not. Now, let's get this out of here, and we're just going to set. Okay, now I would like to take a little bit of time here, and let's just talk about the Xbox One S and why you should or you should not get one. So, here's my recommendation. Once again, just a recommendation, just an opinion. So, the Xbox One is exactly the same in hardware inside the unit as the original. It was made to run the same as the old one did, unlike the Scorpio that is coming out 2017. The two biggest selling features on this particular unit. One is going to be the size. If you're a person that wants the smaller Xbox, and you do not physically want to deal with how big yours is so you can free up some space, go for it. However, the second biggest reason is going to be because this is a 4K Blu-ray player. The fact that it is a 4K Blu-ray player is amazing. This is $399.99 for the 2 terabyte, and the cheapest one that is at $500 is going to be $300. Now, with that said, that makes the 500 gig the cheapest 4K Blu-ray player that I have seen on the market. Samsung has one, and I've seen them do sales. It's typically a $400 unit. I've seen them advertise it right now, the cheapest, at $334.95, I believe it was, at Best Buy. Now, with that said, if you don't have an Xbox, or you do and you get a 4K TV and you want a 4K Blu-ray player, this is the thing to buy, because this is going to be better than a regular 4K Blu-ray player. You're not going to have 2 different devices sitting right next to each other, taking up 2 HDMI ports, because you wanted a console and you wanted a 4K Blu-ray player. Get this all in one. That is my opinion. Now, the other cool feature that this has is HDR10 inside of it, which stands for high dynamic range when it comes to the coloring and the way your panel processes all the details of color. This is absolutely amazing if your TV supports it. So here's what I will say about that. You need to own, as of right now, a Samsung or a Sony. Vizio is working on HDR10. They support a different type of HDR, which is called Adobe Vision. They have made statements that I have read online. Whether or not that is true, I don't know. But supposedly, if what was said online is true, they will release a software update to make HDR10 supported on their M series and their P series 4K TVs. We'll just have to wait and see if that happens. Right now, Samsung and Sony are the only two that I know of that actually physically support HDR10. LG, possibly Panasonic, and like I said, Vizio support Adobe Vision. So Microsoft chose to support HDR10, meaning that if your TV is HDR10 compatible, you will get high dynamic range inside of this Xbox. I've heard a rumor from someone who got theirs a little bit early and put up a YouTube video. I want to say over in the UK or in Russia, possibly, that they had to do a 4.5 gig software update in order to get the 4K to work on this. We will see once I plug it in. I'll come back with a video and let you know what my experience has been like, how it's been, what my likes and dislikes are about it once I get it up and running. For right now, thank you for watching. This has been an A&R Tech Review. And remember, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and leave some comments. Let me know if there's anything I can change, tweak, do in the future. If I can review a piece of technology that I can get my hands on, please let me know what you would like to hear from me. Thank you.